So things to keep in mind, just to keep aware of what there is to look out for. Burns, ingestion, complications, contact with the fuel unlit isn't necessarily all that bad, but it's something to be aware of. Getting fuel on your skin isn't, it's not aloe. It's not good for you. It can go badly. You can have a reaction. There's only so much we know about, white gas as a skincare product because it's not really how it's marketed. What I'm going to do now is demonstrate some tools. Fire extinguisher, that would be fine. But there are very few instances where that's going to be necessary for what we're doing. This is how you put out a fire staff. You want to do it away from your face, and if you're safetying for someone else, away from the person you're safetying's face. That's put it down, away, fold it twice, and close the ends. Okay? When Duvetine doesn't work, remember commando cloth for next time. Like that. This is why commando cloth is awesome. No one on fire is going to calmly stick out their arm. Nobody will do it. You are going to have to tackle them. You're going to have to get in there. They're going to be moving and panicking, very unhappy.
Okay, method acting. Come on, go.
Let them put you out.
Okay, so you should try to stand with your arms still if you are on fire.
You should stop and let the safety get to you. What you're doing hurts a lot less than what's already happening. Again, away from the face. Same with the tool. Go in and out and smother. Wrap it around and hold it. It's exactly like putting out a tool, but a person, away from the face, all that stuff. I'm on fire for approximately that long. 1 more second and I would have burned. 3 more seconds, I might need to go to the hospital. That's how fast it is on skin. On clothes, it's tougher. Like we're saying, get your pants on fire, you can just wipe it off. Or you can let it burn, but I don't recommend letting it burn for that long because it gets warm and can get through you and hurt you. There is a point where this fuel is burning at about somewhere between 600 and 800 degrees, depending on how long it's been burning. It can sit on top of your jeans and not burn your jeans, but still burn your skin. So that's why you put it out. The nearest 10 people's faces might come off. So don't use it.
You don't have gas in here, do you?
No, I don't have gas anywhere but in my car. Because gas is fucking scary. Things you should know. First of all, it can kill them. Quickly. This isn't like poi. I posted on a forum recently. The difference in danger between spinning fire and eating fire is like the difference between paintballs and bullets. It's fucking massive. I mean, you can really hurt yourself with poi. I am not belittling the danger whatsoever, but really the odds of dying aren't high. The odds of dying from fire eating are. Breathing is a really stupid thing that no one should do.
You're going to demonstrate, right?
Maybe. Okay, so just so we're all clear, this is fire eating.
I understand what you mean. Yeah. If the fire's on the inside, it's covered over. It's weighted. It's one
I'm not going to talk about technique. I'm going to talk about how you safety for someone who is fire eating. So be aware of dangers that can happen to them. Burns on the lips, on the face, tongue, throat, nose, lungs. These are way more serious than on the skin. Way more serious. You can't just treat it. You can't just sort of pour water on it, put on some polysporin and go home. It's because you end up swallowing whatever you put on it. So the chemicals that you're using to treat a severe burn can add complications. If something bad happens, you almost always have to go to the hospital. When you're safetying though, the Duvetine really isn't going to help much, unfortunately, because you're not dealing with a ton of fire. They're going to maybe get a little contact on around their face somewhere, and they'll get a little flare up that you can just sort of brush off. Really minor, like what I did on my arm. Nothing super major, because it'll just it'll burn for a couple seconds, like what I did on the ground. The real dangers come from the fuel. You can get chemical pneumonia from the white gas if you get it into your lungs. What happens there is your body tries to take care of the fuel, but what ends up mostly happening is your lungs just sort of fill up with phlegm and you start suffocating. And there's not much you can do to stop this except call 911. Something like this, where they leave the fire in their mouth for a bit longer. If they inhale that and that gets in their lungs, what can happen is that fire will travel down your throat, get into your lungs, and there will be fire existing in your lungs, which will consume all the oxygen in there and collapse them. That's basically the worst case scenario.